So I just had to turn on my camera and record this while I was thinking of it, because I want to know if this has happened to anybody else. I am at Menards. I came over here to get some Menards stuff. I pulled into the parking lot and I thought there was an open space, like a couple spaces up. Turned out there was a motorcycle in there, couldn't tell. So I backed up and there was a space like right next to me. So I backed up about 5 feet and pulled in that space. Didn't get out right away. I was doing something on my phone. I didn't get out right away. So when I was done, I got out. And I go to walk into Menards. And as I'm walking into Menards, there was this lady yelling somewhere behind me. And she kept yelling, and I wasn't even really paying attention because I get on my car. And so she was yelling and yelling, and I figured she was either yelling at her husband or yelling at her kids. I didn't really think about who she could be yelling at. Go on Menards, and I was in Menards, not long, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but long enough. I was in there a little bit. I had to get a couple of things. I just came back out, and she was standing next to my car. And I walk up, and I got a cart, and I'm pushing the cart up. Is this your car? Yeah. You almost hit me. I don't know what you're talking about, but you sure seem nice. She was just screaming, and she had another lady was with her who was standing like across the aisle and maybe 4 or 5 cars down from where I had parked. And the long and the short of it was she was very angry with me that I had almost hit her. And I'm like, I have a backup camera that I was looking in when I backed up, the 5 feet that I backed up. I didn't see anybody in the backup camera, and I have a dash cam. And I also have, actually you can see that's it right there in my back window. I have a camera that points out my back window. And I said, and I said to her, I go, you seem nice, which made her even more angry. But I said, all right. I go, let me put my stuff away here and get out of my face. I did tell her to get out of my face because she was about this far from my face. She didn't have a mask on, so I didn't get no spittle on me. But if she didn't have a mask on, I'm sure there would have been spittle involved. I said, well, I've got a backup camera. I've got a dash cam, and I've got a camera pointing out my back window. I said, so let's take a look at the camera. I don't have time for that. Well, you had time to wait for me to come out to yell at me. And I'm looking for an apology. You owe me an apology. I'm like, lady, I don't know you shit until you prove it. I said, I might have apologized just on the off chance that I didn't see you in the backup camera. I said, but not now. Absolutely not. You're going to have to prove it. And I said, and I said this exact quote was, ironically enough, I have a camera. I can prove whether or not you're correct or a bitch. One of the two. And long story short, she didn't have time to look at the camera. So after she left, I looked at the camera, the recording off my dash cam, and she was behind me. When I backed up, she was about 40 feet, 50 feet behind me. She was 4 parking spots, whatever that is. How wide is a parking spot? She was 4 parking spots behind me, and she was off to the side. So in my mind, she was nowhere near me. Didn't even, I'd have to do some experimenting to see, but I don't think she even showed up on my backup camera. I think she was too far away to be on my backup camera. But she did show up on my dash camera. But she had left by then, and she didn't get her apology. So I just wonder if anybody else has been accosted in the parking lot by somebody claiming that you had done something like that. Because I was not going to completely discount the idea that perhaps I had backed up close to her and almost hit her and just missed her in the backup camera. I didn't think that happened, but I'm not going to say with any certainty, it absolutely positively didn't happen. But after having gone to the tape, it absolutely positively didn't happen. And the fact that she didn't want to stay around and look for the proof, maybe she realized that maybe she overreacted some. I could see, like, if you're putting your stuff in the back of your car and you're not paying attention, you look up and there's a car backing up towards you, that in that second you don't realize how close or far away it is and you just panic. And then apparently she was screaming at me the entire time I was walking into Menards. I didn't realize she was screaming at me, probably pissed her off even more that I ignored her. So yeah, anyway, that's the thing that just happened. Got accosted in the parking lot by a very angry lady who accused me of trying to kill her. And I don't really think I did. So Anyway.